Alaska, UK, and strapped to the dyno today we have a Tenere 700, Yamaha 700cc trail bike. This bike has been fitted with an aftermarket decat and an end can. We're going to do what we always do, get it run up on the dyno, see how Yamaha have set it up at the factory, and then we'll take a read of the ECU and see what improvements need to be made. We'll get those made, we'll run it up again, make sure everything is running as we expect it to. It is of course a Euro 5 bike, so it's going to have all the Euro 5 compromises. It's going to be running lean pretty much everywhere. We already know that. Let's get it run on the dyno, let's see how much fuel it needs adding, and take it from there. So the Tenere 700, we are very familiar with the way that Yamaha map their bikes and the changes that they've made to the Euro 5 Plus bikes. We have got to know the architecture of their ECUs fairly well. Because we've not seen so many of the Teneres before, we did treat this as a development bike, and so we gathered all the data from it. As with all Euro 5 Plus bikes, we're finding that they lean pretty much everywhere, whereas the older Euro 5s could get away with being a little bit richer at wide open throttle. We're now finding that pretty much all Euro 5 Plus bikes are running at a lambda 1, 14.68 to 1 air fuel ratio throughout the rev range, throughout the throttle opening. You can see here the stock map at 25%. You can see that the AFR plot just runs in a straight line, maintaining lambda 1 throughout the rev range. We've put quite a bit of fuel in after 5,000 RPM. We've tapered it down a little bit. We didn't want to go too rich because it would lose the snappy throttle response. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to keep it nice and smooth wherever you were in the rev range, but also give you the throttle response that you would expect from a bike. At 50% throttle and above, we've gone straight for the datum line and held the fueling at 13.2 to 1 AFR. You can see that we've at 50% here, we've smoothed the power delivery a little bit. Not that visible on the dyno plots, but very, very noticeable when you're riding the bike. And as I said, again, at 75% acceleration opening, we've hit the datum line 13.2 throughout the rev range, a little bit smoother, and above 6,000 RPM, we've prevented the ECU pulling the timing, so you get a slightly flatter curve at the top. That's reflected again at 100%. We've gone up from 69 to 71 brake horsepower. Not a massive gain, but it does kind of just take away that little dip that you get between 7 and 8,500 RPM. But looking at the dyno plot and the way that the power is delivered, this is an engine that we could extend the RPM range a little, but because of the type of bike it is, we've decided not to do that. It should ride and give the rider everything that he's looking for now on this bike. A really nice throttle response, a really smooth power delivery, and a couple of brake horsepower on top to boot. These bikes will shortly be available on our ECU Flasher. This is a device that lets you take a read from your bike, send that file to us, and one of our map writers will modify it and send it back. Please do hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon. It really does help us out, and it keeps you informed of all the projects that we've got in the pipeline, and we certainly have got quite a lot coming through.